So when I think of a financial advisor, I think of helping me for retirement or maybe getting me out of debt, just like helping me get my money in life to a good state. But what other things maybe I don't know, or like someone who doesn't has never worked with a planner, what else can you help with, or what does that relationship really look like?
Collaboration. It's collaborative. It has to be collaborative. And my clients need to be on board as well. They need to want this, right? If they don't want it, they don't want to do it, they don't want to put in the effort, it's not going to work, right? Because we can come up with a game plan all day long, but it's got to be executed,
It's
right?
like a personal trainer.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit of a personal trainer. Something that I should probably hire again. But again, that's another conversation. But no, I'm not paid. I'm not paid hourly. It's nothing like that. You know, I'm compensated based on the performance. So my company, they'll compensate me based on the performance of your portfolios, right? Um, there is commission, and people get uh, there's certain people will be like, oh, commission world, commission, you're getting paid commission. It's sales. Life is sales, right? Uh, Everyone's always trying to sell someone on something, and you can call it sales, you can call it negotiation, you can call it whatever you want. For me, it's relationships. It's building relationships, building trust, right? Am I paid for my work? Yes, of course I'm paid for my work, right? Um, and the better you do, the better performance, the better I do, right? So we're all in the same boat. Um, you know, Also in terms of portfolio construction, when I'm building investments for a client, I do have skin in the game. I want to make sure that whatever investments that I'm putting them in, I know everything possible to know about these investments, right? Part of our fiduciary responsibility and due diligence, but also I want to make sure that I have my own money in those funds, right? Again, skin in the game. I don't have a lot of clients. I don't need a lot of clients. It's not like in my previous company where I had close to 600 clients. I have a smaller amount now. I can be more tactical, more hands on with them. I can meet with them several times a year, right? It's about quality over quantity, bringing exceptional value to my clients. And so one of the best ways that I can show that is one of the financial planning software that we use at IG Wealth Management. It's called LPP, and what this living plan. It's a living plan. You use the term financial plan. We call it living plan, and the reason we call it living plan is because it's organic. It's always changing as your life changes, your needs change. We're going in there and we're tweaking things. This plan is beautiful. This software, sorry, the software is beautiful. I sit down with the client, we gather the data, we put it in here, and it's gonna start showing us projections. This is where this helps with the confidence and the clarity, right, with our clients, because now I'm showing them, okay, here's what your cash flow is going to look like as you are in retirement now. Here's how your CPP and OAS come into play. Here's what your retirement income is going to look like. Here's how your expenses, as we age, our medical expenses tend to climb, right? So it shows shifting priorities and how your cash flow looks. If are there going to be shortfalls in any given year that we need to address, right? What kind of strategies can we implement to make sure that we optimize your plan? Do we need to invest more now? Do we need to look at investing more later? Can we consolidate that? All this plan, these planning software programs, that's what they really aid in helping us provide that advice, so that again we provide the confidence, the clarity to the clients. But again, I do that once I've built that relationship with that client, right? I want to build that trust. I want to really get to know the client. That's what's important, right? I want to know what's important to you. What keeps you up at night? What are you most concerned about? What are you most excited about?
And then it goes beyond just investments per se, right? Because like I think there's mortgages, there's other
Yeah.
vehicles that you have in your suite of offerings as well.
Yeah, investments are sexy. That's what everyone wants to talk about. And they definitely play their role. They're important. But there's so much more to it. And we do planning. That's what we focus on. We're not transactional. I'm not here to sell you a life insurance policy. I'm not here to sell you a mutual fund, right? We're not here to just sell you a mortgage or, tax planning services. We do all that stuff, but they're all pieces of the puzzle, right? We look at everything from a high level, right? We look at everything and say, okay, how do the different pieces come together? Me personally, I'm not a specialist in any one field. I am you would treat me like a general practitioner, a GP doctor, right? You go to your doctor, you say, "Hey, doc, I have this illness or I have these symptoms. What's going on?" I'm either going to be able to help you on the spot and say, "Okay, yep, your debt's too high. You have no savings. Why are you spending $600 a month at Cinnabon?" Right? Things like that. Sometimes it's very easy, low hanging fruit. I'm like, knock it off, right? Stop spending $600 at Cinnabon, right? It's almost like a mirror, like I'm talking to myself here. But sometimes it's easy like that. But sometimes you go to your doctor, your family doctor, and it's out of their realm. They know high level what's going on, but they're like, there's a specialist who you need to see. So I don't personally sell the mortgages. I'm not mortgage licensed. I'm not an accountant. So I can give you high level tax advice when it comes to your investments, your insurance, how taxes impact that. But when it comes to actual, tax advice, we have our team of accountants. We have our team of mortgage agents, right? We have our team of lawyers for estate planning. We use Interval for tax planning. We use Clear Estate for estate planning, right? We have Nesto for mortgages. We have these different programs, different partnerships that we utilize. But you don't have to go and find all that. You come to me and I'll be able to help you with all that stuff, whether it's me personally helping you or I have a partner that I bring into the room. You have your own accountant? Great. Let's bring them into the conversation. That's important. We want to be on the same page. You have your own lawyer. If we're doing estate planning, perfect. Let's bring in the lawyer. We want to make sure that everyone is on the same page, right? Because and the clients feel special too. They feel valued because they're like, wow, I got this whole team of different advisors, helping me either physically in the same room, usually not, but it could be virtually over the phone, whatever it is, and we're there to support you with your whole picture, the whole financial picture, right?